Good afternoon, folks. Good afternoon. Listen, I know we have not talked in a while, and I'm sorry. but, um, I've been really busy and gearing up, getting ready for 2024 and all this stuff and all the crazy things that's going on in the finance world. But anyway, y'all, I do miss talking to y'all and coming to y'all. But throw a one in the chat if you are watching me live. Throw a two in the chat if you're watching the replay. And as always, if y'all have any questions or anything, please just you can comment below. You can inbox me. You can also text me. I apologize. I just learned that my software is not acting properly with my business line. So y'all can text me at 215-839-9697. And whatever question I got, you can text me from there as well. But anywho, what's up? Who's that? Who that coming on? Throw your name in the chat. I can't see who your name is. What your name is. Anyway, just want to talk a little bit about some things that's going on, and of course, just always want to come give you value, let you know how I can help you, and I appreciate you for hopping on and everybody who's watching today. I've been talking to people lately, and I've finding multiple people have not filed their taxes over the last few years. For whatever your reason is, that just is what it is. But just to let y'all know, like if y'all didn't claim those credits from 2020 and 2021, you still can. But telling y'all that the statute of limitations for 2020 is up in April. Okay, so if you didn't get that COVID money and all that good stuff that you could be eligible for, even if you don't normally file a tax return, you can file a tax return and get some of those credits as long as you're eligible, but you have to actually file a tax return. So if you haven't done it, if you owe a couple of tax returns for a few years and you like, okay, well, I know it's going to cost a little bit of money to do this. Guess what? That's fine, because guess what we got now? We got the afterpay options. Y'all know the whole afterpay. You get the service now, you start paying 30 days later. So if you, even if your regular tax returns for 2023, that's fine too. But if you are a person who have not filed in the last few years and you need to file every year, which you should be doing anyway, and you're like, I don't know how to pay for it, that's fine. We got afterpay. So, if you got any questions about that, hit me up. Okay. So, also, early filing starts next week. And we're also offering tax refund advance. Tax return refund advance is up to 6,000. Okay. Up to 6,000. I'm saying it again, up to 6,000. So, you technically can get a refund of an advance of your refund up to $6,000 if you qualify. So, got any questions? Hit me up, y'all. All right. Um, and also a couple of things that's coming out that's new right now for those of you who have businesses. Um, if you are registered with your state, whatever type of entity you registered, LLC, S corp, C corp. Have y'all heard about the new forms that we need to do now? It's called a BOI form that the IRS is keeping better track of people with businesses, and they supposedly want to make sure you're not doing a bunch of shady stuff and illegal stuff with your businesses. So it's like now it's like a business registration you gotta do with the IRS. It's called a BOI form. Now, if you've registered your business before, like doing 2023 and behind, you got some time to do this form. The form doesn't cost, but everybody's required to do it, because if you don't, you're going to pay a big old penalty, and it's like a daily penalty of like $500, y'all. So do your BOI form as soon as possible. If you wait until 2024 to actually file this form, your that form is actually going to be due like immediately, like in March, something like that. I got to look at the specific dates, y'all, but you got more time if your the form was made in 20 if your business was made in 2023 and behind. But if you make a new entity in 2024, your the actual form is due like almost immediately. Is You don't have a whole lot of time to form it, and if you don't make that form, the penalty is hefty, y'all. So make sure you're just doing your due diligence. This is just something else that you just gotta do your due diligence. It's just, the form is kind of simple, and it's not much for you to do. So just go ahead and file your BOI. We know the alphabet boys is the last boys you want to be in trouble with. Period. Okay, so make sure y'all doing that. Um, for those of you who are in my financial literacy group, I have been. Y'all know, a lot of y'all know that one of the things I do is credit. There did two major things just happened this week with two major collection companies. If you have these two companies on your credit report, they're asking for collections. I need you to talk to me because one went bankrupt and the other one, the CFPB, shut them down. So, how many of y'all, and I'm not really saying for y'all to answer this online unless you want to, but how many of y'all have the collection company ERC on your credit report? And they love to sue, okay? Yeah. If you got ERC on your credit report, guess what? They're, they just filed for bankruptcy. They're going bankrupt. So, this is a perfect time to work on your credit, to get that off your credit, okay? Perfect time. Another big one is CFS, is with Commonwealth or Common Financial Services, Commonwealth Financial Services. They are big for medical debt, and the CFPB, and that's the Consumer Federal Protection Bureau, has shut them down for basically not following the legal guidelines for reporting people's straight their medical bills and stuff. And it's funny because I've been talking about medical bills lately, and bunch of people trying to tell me I'm wrong and all that good stuff. Oh, you scamming or something. Listen, I do my homework. Okay, but this credit collection company is being shut down, and what coming along with this company being shut down, if you have a collection from CFS, those accounts are supposed to be getting shut down on your credit report anyway. Okay, so that's good for consumers, man. That's good for everybody. And also remember, when it comes to actual medical bills, first of all, you got like a year before they're going to report. But if they're under 500, if you have a medical bill now that's under $500 on your credit report, it's not even supposed to be there. That's not even legal anymore. That's number one. Okay. But yeah, that's big news. These two collection companies, these two major collection companies being shut down, y'all. If y'all don't know, collection companies are multi-million-dollar companies, y'all. All right. So with that being said, let's talk about some other things here. Another thing to do is I work and I deal with a lot of business owners, and a lot of people say to me, "Oh, they want to get business credit and all this stuff. They want to get business credit. They want to get business funding." I need y'all to understand, if your personal credit is not up to par, and we've talked about this multiple times, if your personal credit is not up to par, you ain't getting no business funding. I like your personal, when they say personal credit is your adult report card, it is, okay? The best thing you could do for yourself in your personal and business life is always have your personal credit intact. You have to do that. So if you do have a business that's flourishing and you want to get business funding, especially repeated funding, like stuff revolving stuff and things of that nature, because sometimes you got to come back and get more money. See, when it comes to business credit, you can come back and get more money. You can keep on coming back and get more money, you know. But if you got a 500 credit score, that's not going to happen. Okay, so make sure that your personal credit is your first step to getting money to make more money, because that's the purpose of credit, y'all. Get money, make more money, pay it back later, things of that nature. We all know stuff happens, life happens, COVID happens, all that kind of stuff. But you can come back from anything as long as you keep working on it. You can come back. So that's another thing. Come talk to me, y'all. Okay. Let's talk about something like this. Now, for those of you who are looking to purchase houses, did y'all know winter is a great time to purchase homes? Because it's less competition. If you wait till the springtime to purchase a house, remember everybody getting their refunds and they putting that towards their house. It's more competition. In the wintertime, It's less competition, y'all. So I mean, it's always a good time to buy a house. Don't get me wrong. But wintertime, when it's nice outside, people say, "Hey, let's go look at some houses." They're gonna be doing a little bit less of that when it's winter. So guess what? Yeah, I'm in a cold I'm in a state where it gets cold. So what y'all want to do? Hey, wintertime is a great time to purchase a house, y'all. Okay, so keep that in mind. Then you might have some owners that might be a little bit more motivated. They may be looking. They might look give a little more. Negotiate more on the sales price. These are the type of things that could happen because the interest rates are dropping next year, y'all. When it comes to houses, okay. Inflation is what it is, but interest rates are dropping. They say at least 3 times next year, y'all. Like it's going to be once again because of these interest rates dropping. It's going to be a lot of competition next year. So the earlier you can buy a house, go ahead and do it. When your funds right, your documentation right, all that good stuff, go ahead and buy that house, y'all. And that's another thing that's going to lead me into talking a little bit more about credit because I started telling y'all a year ago about how the FICO 10 model was, and that's credit, y'all. FICO 10 model was accepted by the Federal Housing Authority, the Federal Finance Housing Authority. I know I'm saying it incorrectly, but if you look it up, you'll see what I'm talking about. It. And with the FICO 10 model, y'all, is that model is harsher than FICO 9 and FICO 8 and all that things that a lot of companies and industries based your credit worthiness on. FICO 10 is harsher on our credit. So that's why it's always a good time to not only work on your credit, but to continue to work on it, continue to keep it good, y'all. Because FICO 10 is a little harder, y'all. So another thing, even if you're not looking to make that purchase next year, you gotta tighten your belt a little bit. Let's with more so of like budgeting and saving. Um, doing stuff like my insurance friends would tell you about saving in mutual funds. How about saving in a high yield savings account, things of that nature. So, and you have to make some sacrifices too. Like great things don't come without sacrifice. You have to make some sacrifices. Like you going on date nights every weekend and restaurants all the time. But you like this is not the time really to be doing that. Like a lot of us live around. I live in an area where there's a lot of fast food restaurants. There's regular restaurants, all that good stuff, and those restaurants are always packed. You gotta ask yourself if you want to create better spending habits, or if you're saving up for a major purchase like a house, like eating out multiple times a week, going to restaurants multiple times a month ain't what you want to be doing. I mean, you just got to tighten up and show a little bit more discipline. And this is including myself. So I'm gonna tell y'all something I did because what I used to do, me and my daughter used to do a weekly date night with her where we would just go to a different restaurant and eat somewhere every week. I could afford it then. Here's the thing. There's some things I need to do, some things I want to accomplish. So I had to tighten up on that. Stop going out to restaurants and spending $40, $50 every week. We talking about that's what good $200 to $300 a week. So with that being said, that's something I had to I love doing the date night with my daughter. It's a sacrifice I made to not spend so much money out in the street. Like these restaurants and these fast food places, they not hurting. Trust me, they still getting plenty of business. But if we out here hurting, if people out here hurting, we whining about inflation and all that good stuff, then you just gotta tighten your belt, become more disciplined. I like eating out too, but because I don't like cooking as much. But hey, that's what you gotta do because both of them are expensive, but you get more bang for your buck when you're in the house cooking. So yeah, so those type of things I had to do myself. So I totally understand. Just make the sacrifice, y'all. So make the sacrifices 6 months to a year. You'll be appreciative for it. Something else I want to talk about is debt consolidation companies. And what I'm finding is that they tell you. I'm not sure 100% what they tell people when it comes to these debt consolidation companies. But what I do know is that they don't tell you the effect that is going to have on your credit. When you go into a debt consolidation program, you're paying them X amount of hundreds of dollars each month. They are not paying your bills while you are in debt consolidation. No, they're not. Because they told you, oh, well, we're going to negotiate a lower payment for you. But while you're paying them, they're not paying your bills. So now your credit's getting hit with late payments. Now they go into collections. And then most folks that I speak to, they're in these programs for 2 to 3 years. Here's the thing. What I've understood is that people thought that this was bettering their credit. No, it's making your credit worse. They said to you, we're going to negotiate a settlement for you while you pay us. You can do that your darn self, number one. Okay, so what end up happening after someone comes out of that consolidation, what end up happening is their credit is so jacked up, now they got to do credit repair so they can buy the house or whatever it is they need to do. So debt consolidation, a debt consolidation program is you kind of running backwards when it comes to that kind of stuff. So that's not going to help you because if you got to go, you like, oh, you think you're going to do debt consolidation, and after you come out of debt consolidation, now you're going to buy your house because oh, now I don't have these debts. Now you got the debts from not paying your bills, but you were paying the debt consolidation company. So they're not honest how that works, and I done educated many people on this. Um, Unfortunately, I know people that's been in that consolidation for a few years. They was like, "Oh, but they didn't tell me that." Like, of course they're not going to tell you that because if they did tell you that, you probably would have not went with their services if they actually tell you how they rip your credit to shreds. So after you come out of debt consolidation, now you need credit repair to get those collections and those late payments and charge-offs off your credit report. So so this is a few things I wanted to talk about for now. Remember, tax time is coming up. If you need to file, we got refund advances, y'all. If you need to file multiple years, we got afterpay options for you as well. So come holler at me, come talk to me. I know I ain't talked to you in a while, but I'm coming back now. Okay. All right, we're gonna get back on our regimen where we talking to each other multiple times a week, guys. So thanks for listening to me. For those you have, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Got any questions for me? Inbox me, hit me up, 215-839-9697. Y'all be safe out here. Signing off.